Wednesday, December 9th. There is the closing bell, guys, with the S&Ps down about 27 points. Today, the bears decided to come out of their cave. Let's dive right in, break this market down, and then go over the top 3 stocks on the day, if there are any. We'll start with the S&P futures, and we see we're getting some selling into these final minutes of close, about 13-14 points or so. We zoom out and we see the night session looked kind of quiet, about a 10-point range. It wasn't until the bell was rang that we trended down and trended down aggressively. We take a look where we are in the SPX on the week, guys. Let's bring this to 10 minutes. We came into this week expecting 67 points. 67 up would have been a new high, 37.66, and 36.31 is 67 down. And we're halfway to that level, guys. We'll see if the selling picks up tomorrow, but it's going to come down to what is technology going to do. So let's cruise on over and take a look at that Nasdaq. We take a look at the Nasdaq. Now this is on a 10-minute and it just nosedived. Just look at this cliff diver right here, falling over 2%. The Nasdaq was down over 2.25 today. We take a look at it on a daily and that's a nasty candle. I was trying to find times where it did it. We saw that here, so this could be a possible downfall. We'll see what happens, because I did this in the Qs as well. You can see points that we made an all-time high, but then rolled. There's times, there's another time, but this time it ripped, like same another time, and it ripped. So the question becomes, are we rolling, or is this just a minor hiccup? Let's take a look at what the Big 5 is up to and compare it with our Nasdaq and S&Ps. We see the Big 5 today is down 2.1% about. That's a lot is changing. The Nasdaq is moving still, but on the bigger picture, this is not what you want to see. The Big 5 had a green day yesterday, but it's rolling over. You can just see 2.11, and then we have 2.3 there in the Nasdaq, and then it's putting extreme weight on the S&P, down about 30 points. So we see that technology is causing a lot of damage to this marketplace today. How are the small caps holding up? The Russell today was down about 0.75%. It was our best performing index. So it got whacked, but not whacked as hard because there's not as much technology in these small caps. We see that the XLE today was actually up today, which is a shocker. So we see heavy red on our screen, but there are some sectors that are catching some bids. The energy up 0.17. What else? We have materials up 0.06, and we have the industrials up 0.22. So they're not up a lot, but they're up to say the least. Then we see our financials, and they're down about 0.4%. They're not whacked as hard as tech is taking it today. We even look at our AD line on the day, and we can see 48 up, 53 down. So with an aggressive day like today, we're seeing our sectors, it's not too bad across the board. The ones taking a beating today are the software stocks and technology stocks, down large, you can see right there. And that's causing a lot of downside movement you're seeing here. With equities just taking it to the chin today, what's going on in the bond market? We look at the bond market and the bonds are down with equities, down 0.3%, ever so slightly. When we look at the TNX, the 10-year yield, it's trending higher, up over 3% with a 94 basis point yield. So that's interesting today to see, but the big story on the day goes to the volatility index, and we cruise on over and take a look at the VIX. The VIX futures are up 5.7%. It's up a nice amount, decent volume, but you look in the bigger picture, we're just still right here. Now these are the Decembers, are rolling here in a week, but when we take a look at the VVIX, there's the pop. We got a nice pop in the VVIX. The question becomes, are we going to see a multi-day runner, or is this just a pop and then a drop? We take a look how it traded in the final minutes, and it was just trend day up for the most part all day long. Is this going to continue into tomorrow? But when we look at the VIX, guys, it's not like anything impressive. You look at this day right here. We had a huge spike in the VIX, but then it came right back down. The question becomes, will some stimulus deal get passed tomorrow? The House is going to go to recess here soon, so a deal has to be made. Otherwise, we're looking into the next year for something. Let's cruise on over and take a look at the dollar index. And we see today the dollar is up 0.08%. The dollar is up ever so slightly, guys. But what's that doing to our metals? Well, we see gold is down 1.7% at 1843. Silver is also getting whacked, down 2.8% and about $24 an ounce. And even Bitcoin today is taking it to the chin, down over 2%. The GBTC was down over 4% today. I said yesterday, is this a precursor? And things are going to get crazy here in Bitcoin, but I think the 17K level can be some sort of a bounce. The question becomes, is the market falling and metals are falling? So like people might just even sell Bitcoin and we can possibly see what we saw in March, that excessive selling, and then a sharp spike back. I'm not saying it's going to go that low, but it's going to be interesting to watch Bitcoin going forward. There you have it, guys, for the stock market breakdown, guys. It was a red day, a sizable red day to say the least. We haven't seen a trading session like this in quite some time. You even take a look at the Nasdaq. It was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days in a row without a red candle. Today is its first red candle. This could be a healthy pullback. We'll see how it trades in the night session, and we'll see if volatility picks it up. But if a deal gets passed tomorrow, we could be right back knocking on the door to all-time highs. But let's move on and take a look at these top 3 stocks on the day. So we go over to our scan tab, hit the scan, and we have a very, very short list today. 6 tickers made the list. Coming in at the number 3 stock on the day, it was our number 1 yesterday, SFIX. SFIX is up again today, 12%, with the market cap of $5.8 billion on a year-to-date. SFIX is now up over 123%. Well, if you don't recall from yesterday, SFIX is an online styling service company where I guess you pick out what you want to wear or what you like and they send you outfits. But it's up today again, a nice volume. My guess is this is a big short squeeze because there was a lot of shorts in it. It beat its earnings, and we're seeing another squeeze from yesterday. It's not going to just pop and then come right back down. It's putting up a fight. We'll see what it does, but on an expected move, we can see it was efficient and it erupted. There's not much we can really get from this. It's not going to tell us much today, guys, but we're looking at close to 7 standard deviations from this $2.90 expected move. We'll see if the squeezing continues into tomorrow. Coming in at the number 2 stock on the day goes to Editas Medicine. Edit is up over 17% today and has a market cap of $3.1 billion. On a year-to-date, it's up over 71%. Now, what does Edit do? Edit is a leading genome editing company that's focused on translating the power and potential of CRISPR. So something with DNA and genomes and modifying that. This is what this company does, and it's up large today. Again, it's been on a nice run over 3 days in a row, but it announced over the weekend new data for its experimental gene editing therapy, Edit 301. So whatever they had going on, they announced. People are really loving the technology and the science behind this stock. We take a look at it on an expected move, and we can see it was, for the most part, efficient. You can see efficient, and then it got really tight. We broke that upper edge, and then this week we're just exploding through that upper edge. We came into this week with a $2.43 expected move, and we're seeing nearly 7 sigma would be 50-50. So this could just chill out around 7 standard deviations, but I would expect a slight pullback in this stock, but you never know with this thing. On the bigger picture, you know, it's breaking out new all-time highs. Who knows? The sky is the limit on this one. Coming in at the number 1 stock on the day goes to QuantumScape Corp, QS. It's up close to 30% today, guys. This would have made the list yesterday, but it kind of slid on up on the top stock scan, so I didn't include it. But here it is today at number 1, up 30% today, with a market cap of $27.2 billion. On a year-to-date, it's up over 103%. But we only see a handful of trading sessions. It IPO'd on the 27th of November, and we don't have much data on this company. Now, what does QuantumScape do? QuantumScape makes solid-state lithium metal batteries for electronic vehicles. And why are they up? Well, on yesterday, they showcased strides in its battery technology, releasing performance data on its solid-state lithium metal battery. I was reading the article and it was saying how you can get 80% charge in just, a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, which is pretty impressive for an electronic battery. But we take a look at this on the expected move with very small data we have here. Coming into this week, we had a $7.66 expected move. We're at roughly a 4 standard deviation right about now. There's not much data on this, so I don't know how high if this can keep on running or if it's going to pull back. We look at it on the day and we can just see it's pretty volatile, swinging back and forth, but with the market down today, this stock didn't care. There you have it, guys, for the top stocks on the day. Did you watch any of these stocks? I know there was a lot of red across the screen, but what were you looking at today? And if you're new to the channel, guys, I do these daily. I'd really appreciate if you guys hit the subscribe button. About 60% of my watchers are not subscribed. So if you're watching regularly and you're not subscribed, show some love, hit the subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed the video today, hit the thumbs up button, guys. It really makes my day when I see you guys liking my videos. And if you have any feedback for me, comment that down below. I'd love to hear it from you guys. But on that note, guys, take care. Have a good night. Peace!